take this program on Thursdays to discuss about family is because of the importance of family to the society. If you see any child behaving in a particular manner, it comes from the family. If you see a man or a woman behaving in a particular attitude or manner, it comes from the family. So the bulk of the society relies mainly on the family unit in order to either be a progressive society or a retrogressive society. So we bring you this program every Thursday to highlight on some family affairs. And today, we are also treating a similar topic that we did last week, submissive wife and bossy husband. Signs that your marriage will fail. These are the things we're going to talk about today, and it's a live program. Feel free to drop your comment. We're going to read them out. If you have the time to call, you can call the number right there on the screen, right on the top of the screen, +234-8104-545-533 to be part of this program. I have with me, as usual, Queen Madam, the one of BVI Channel 1. What do you have to say?
You're welcome to today's program, and we hope that today will be very inspiring and educative. Today's program specifically will involve you guys, so we'll not do more of the talking actually. So we want you to really participate. Call the number on your screen and drop comments, because we'll be reading your comments. We just want your view and your idea about what you think, your own idea of a submissive wife and a bossy husband.
All right, thank you very much, Queen, for your submission there. We're going to quickly take a commercial break, and we'll be right back to take this program head on. Don't touch that dial. Stay tuned.
Ready as CHG Entertainment's Popori Boga album featuring the good CYS, Cree, Check Anymore. Chairman of the day, Honorable Moses Odije. Venue, Libas Dahara Poli, Libya. Cycling Check. Date 8 November 2019. Time 12 p.m. Supported by Stars Entertainment, Libya. And Jansu will be maximum security. Booking sponsorship. Call +218 918 597723. It's the Popori album launch. Let's face it.
Yeah, this is the BVI Channel 1. We're still on the program, Family Affairs, and we're talking about submissive wife and bossy husband. Signs that your marriage will crash. So, Queen, tell us, what signs will someone start seeing in the marriage with respect to submissive husband or wife and bossy husband? What signs will it portray, and they will know that the marriage is heading towards
the rock?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one thing I always tell people is marriage is a union of two adults. You don't have to forget about that. It's a union of two adults. Two people are involved in this. They came together to live together. So I don't think it should be a thing of master and slave, because a lot of people have made their marriage look like master and slave. The man wants to be all controlling and everything. You can't control. The way God created we humans, we are irrational. You can't control and box a human being. So it's called down into marriage. First of all, when you are married, you have to have that mindset. I am dealing with an adult that has his own mind. Separate, you understand? You do things out of sacrifice and love, not because you can control this person. So there are some things that are unacceptable according to individuals. There are things that someone can accept, and there are things that some people cannot actually accept in marriages. It just cut account different individuals and their choices they decided to make. So signs that someone is too bossy, and number one sign that can hit the marriage, a especially Igbo people, Igbo men specifically, with all due respect, have this tendency of taming, according to their word, taming a woman. They will already know that this woman is a banker or she's a managing director, and the only thing that is in their head is they can know ya, as in, so that he can tell you to quit your job, and whereas you didn't quit your job, you know, it's to start bringing up unnecessary issues into the house. And if it's for women that cannot take such nonsense, they will what? Leave that marriage. And I don't want to talk about in that aspect of career. Every woman has a life. You are married to her does not mean she didn't have a life before you got married to her. And I don't think if, as like me now, I have a girl child tomorrow, then with all the training right from when she was, I don't think that any man is grooming a child for someone to come and just marry her. That is just the only reason you are grooming your child, for your child to just be married. No, a girl child have a lot of things to do. God did not create a girl child specifically to come and be married or something like that. There are potentials. We have the likes of Chimamanda Adichie. I just read in the news today that her novel, Half of the Yellow Sun, has been inscripted among 100 novels all over the world as one of the novels that have changed the world. Chimamanda Adichie is a married woman. She didn't marry one bossy man that will tell her drop all your. She travels abroad. She travels different places. She's a mother. She's not so. Instead of saying, "Who will take care of me?" As I don't understand, are you not mature? Weren't you taking care of yourself before you got married? You didn't get married to a house help, or I'm very sure you were making your meals and you were cleaning your house and you were washing your clothes. There is what they call balance in everything. You don't make women throw away their life. A lot of men can't even find themselves immediately they say I do. They can't find themselves. There is no longer life in them. The only thing now specifically they do now is marriage, my husband, my children. The man still have his life, of course. He wakes up in the morning, he steps out, find what he wants to do. Instead of to come back and help you one or two that he can do and bond with his family, he goes out and bond with his friends. There are a lot of people that do that. And when a woman does not take that, she becomes a woman that is not submissive, especially in Igbo land. Yes, it affects Igbo people, it cuts across Igbo people. Igbo men have that tendency of what? Taming women into being housewives. How can we conquer the world? Go to Yoruba land, you cannot find such like that. If you go to Hausa land where they are educated, their women are powerful. Go and check it. See, just do your research. So we need to start empowering women to be powerful. Don't say you will find something that will be comfortable for me and the kids. No, you have to encourage your wife and find a balance. That is one thing that can hit the rock and cause family to, shatter. That is one. Then number two, that can make marriage hit the rock, and this she's not submissive. And is in this recent marriage, phone. I don't know why couples can't, like maybe we are married and I can't take your phone and maybe I can't answer your call in your absence. I'm not saying that you should pick all your husband's calls or you pick all your wife's calls, but I think marriage should be transparent to a point. Marriage should be like, it should be plain, like it should be out there like a white paper. So you see some people don't allow their partners to what? Go through their phones, go through their stuff. There is this secrecy, there is this, and when you do that, there is wahala. They will say that you are intruding into their private life. You are married and you are looking for a private life. You swore to be one with her, and you are looking for a private life. So I don't even understand the private life we are talking about here. These are a lot of real life situations that we are suffering. And a lot of men have hold that against their wives as not being submissive. And I put it to you that you are bossy. Because today we are actually talking about submissive wife and bossy husband. So don't feel like we are just talking about just the men. Tomorrow we can talk about the women. This is to today's topic. So this one is very, very paramount because a lot of men have held this against their wives. She's not submissive, she's not this, she's not that. The third one again is, and that phone thing can lead to a lot of things, and it can, if it comes to the next thing you hear that we are not compatible, and it can lead that marriage to, you know, hit the rock. Another thing again is agreements. You need to share views with your wife. You need to adhere. I have a friend, he's a doctor. The wife is a beautician. This man told me something one day. He's a consultant, he's a doctor, he's a freelancer, he's an agent, he's a jack of all trades actually. He does almost everything. So he told me something that I took home, but he didn't know that I took that home. He said, Queen, anytime I have a business proposal, I discuss it with my wife. And when I discuss it with my wife, if she gives me her own advice, and when I don't adhere to those advice, not like he's going to take everything the wife say. When he does not, maybe the wife say, okay babe, why not drop this one and take this one, and he just listens to only himself, he said that marriage goes down the drain. It doesn't yield anything. So to a point, don't make it so rigid. Marriage is not supposed to be rigid, it's flexible. Mr. Texi is an Igbo man that owns Mr. Texi that is almost taking all over Lagos now. His name is Soundmind. The wife is Angela Monsu, one very popular sex therapist on Facebook. Married her. And on November 3rd, they launched Mr. Texi. In between the lines of whatever this man's saying, his wife is always there. When I have a suggestion, she brings this one. She tells me to do it like this. She tells me to do it like this. When I do it like this, it comes out. My appreciation goes to my wife. You see that men that are not, like, I don't even know how to put it. Men that are not marriage is a union of two people. You have to put your head together. You guys are a team. I said this last week. You guys are teammates. It's not a competition. It's not a landlord where you find who is stronger. I don't know if you get my point. It's not where you start finding a battle of fierceness and battle of
Titans.
Yes, Titans looking for a superhero. No, it is a union of teammates. Play and win the world, conquer the world. When you're supposed to do those kind of things is when you are outside. Then you show them how strong and powerful you are.
Okay, you actually made a very valid point there. I believe our viewers out there heard you on that. One of you are just so hard on men. It's not just about
No. I said today we're talking about bossy men
and submissive wife. When you talk about submission, you know, people are taking that overboard. Even some women.
No, a lot of people don't even actually understand that word.
Exactly. So
you understand? That word is ambiguous. I see submission as ambiguous because a lot of abused that word. I'm telling you sincerely, a lot of men. Okay, a lot of men. The environment.
What is your concept of submission?
Thank you. That's a very good question. My concept of being submissive is when I have a man that loves and respects me. When I have a man that loves and respects me, there are things that I lay down on his foot and he rules. A man, there's nothing wrong in a man being the head of the family. And in fact, that is the ideal thing. But it works when you carry your people along. It's just like a leader. When a leader carries his followers along, go and watch a bossy leader and a leader that, you know, there are leaders that sit with his followers and they suggest things and he picks their suggestion. It works better. Doesn't mean do you know that those people will respect their boss more, submit to their boss ruling. You understand? Submit to their boss ruling, and they will fight for their boss because they know their boss have their interest.
You know what you're saying actually, people out there, some ladies out there may not even understand what submission means. You are saying what is expected of a
Submit.
man. Excuse me, you're saying what is expected of a man before they can now get submission.
You know, it's actually a give and take.
I know. I'm
Nobody can submit to an authority that is not fair.
No, you understand me. We are not arguing. That's not. You're not getting the point.
Okay.
You have made mention of what is expected of men to do, so that they will get submission from their wives.
Yes.
But some wives don't even understand what that submission means, what they should submit to, and how they can be submissive to their husband.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in essence is that some women out there have seen submission and abused submission, and that has actually encouraged the position of men.
Okay. Number one, if you don't understand submission as a lady, number one is ego. Men love their ego and their pride. Don't trample upon it, especially when your husband is respectful and loving. Don't for any reason trample on any man's ego and pride.
Wait, before you continue, that point was very hard and it's very on point.
No, it's
but there's some, of course, it's the absolute truth, 100% true. You say, especially or except on a condition. So it is now trade by barter.
You don't get my point. Submission is easy.
Is it
it's trade by barter. Sincerely, it's a give and take something. Submission is easy, like I say, when the condition is favorable.
Why don't
how do you want a woman?
How do you explain this? Which one comes first?
The man's love and respect comes first before the wife's submission.
Okay, wait. Now, those of you that goes to church, I know I don't.